So I've brought up the forum post that I was going to mention, or that I wanted to mention before. So someone asked the same question basically, that about the auction house, and then there was a response from a game master or customer service, but I guess he is a game master in whatever. Hey guys, I tested this myself and found no issues. Are you using any auction house add-ons? If not, and the issue is constant, please report it as a bug in game. Holy crap! Once I saw this post, I was again taking my keyboard into my hands and I wanted to smash that guy over the head. First of all, I guess what he did is exactly what this guy, Puri, has mentioned. If you truly want to test it, you should do it more close to 19 to 21 in-game time rather than morning when there is no one around. So, I have no clue how this guy could have said that on Draenor that there is not any lag interacting with the auction house. It is 22 right now, and I will do it in the background whilst I am talking about the stuff. I will show you what it is right now, and this what I'm going to show you. It has been for over 2 years, according to some forum posts that I've found. I can definitely confirm it for the last year. And I don't know when he is, but if he really tested it when in the morning or something, or like at 14 in the afternoon, or basically right afternoon, you know, so 2 p.m. basically, how can he still be at Blizzard? Seriously, I mean, the interaction is obviously with the auction house going to be influenced by the players that are actually right now using the auction house. So let's take a look. I right click, by the way. Bam! Now it has opened. I don't know if it was almost 10 seconds, but let's see again. I'm going to count going to count it myself, so it's not 100% accurate, but you will get the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I guess. So 7.5. 7.5 seconds just to open it. I mean, you open it once, but unfortunately, you're going to interact with it, and every single interaction is as fast as this one. So, for example, if you already tested this a little bit earlier here, Battle Scared Augment Rune, that's you know the new rune that you can buy. Let's click on search. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 8 seconds again. So I assume, let's just assume, because I don't want to like annoy you with me counting up and shit like this. Every single time you want to buy something now, and I mean the runes you want to buy in stacks, but right now you see the cheapest is 300 here, and they are unfortunately in single stacks. So either you are going for a 20 stack, which might be 400 gold instead, so you are going to get rid, let's say let's say it's a 10 stack that you want, because it's easier for the math. So 300 and 400, the difference is 100 obviously. 10 times that much is 1,000 gold that you just threw away because the auction house isn't responding properly. That's basically the reason you have. And you can't even, I mean, he is asking, here, let's go. Are you using any auction house add-ons? Obviously, we have to use the auction house add-ons because your interface is garbage. There is not even one thing where I can say I just want to search for full stacks. You can add an level range, that will help a lot. Buying runes and food and flasks, because they have, They don't have a level range except for 120. So that's not a help at all. Rarity, yeah, who cares? Because the only rarity that you will have on flasks and stuff is white, as well as the blue one on this rune here. Usable items doesn't help you with the stack stuff either. Display on character, like, who cares? You know, if your interface wouldn't be as garbage as it is. And by the way, the issues are with and without Auction House add-ons in the first place. So the argument that he is kind of inferring here is already out of the window from the get-go. But as I said, it's just so garbage. It's just, you can't use it properly. And I mean, who is buying, like, I don't know, if I want to get stuff for one raid night, then I'm going through, I don't know, let's say 50 runes, maybe let's say 30 runes. But I need to 30 times 7, that is 210, which is 3. Yeah, let's round it up a little bit. That is 3.5 minutes just to buy enough runes for my raiding. And I don't always have time to do it in the morning, or sometimes I forget it or something. So I don't know, like, oh shit, 5 minutes before the raid you want to buy like 20 I don't know, 4 flasks for 4 hours of raiding, or like 5 or 6, whatever. Let's say it's 4. Then it's 4 times 7. That's almost a minute already. You know, it's like, it's just obviously it's just it's a small issue, but the more you buy, and you regularly buy from the auction house, and I mean, you're not just buying something as an herbalist or a miner, or as a profession crafter or something, you want to put those kind of things into the auction house. And first of all, without the auction house add-on, that's quite bad, because if I put it in here now, oh, starting price for 4 ones is 67. So without an add-on, I can't, he doesn't even take even though I just scanned the auction house, he doesn't know the price of this. So first of all, I have to scan for the item that I want, make sure that this one here is the cheapest, because sometimes it's, if you have a bidding and stuff like this, it's going to be a little bit stupid as well, because sometimes he's organizing it or ordering it by the bidding instead of the, what is it? Instead of the buyout price. So being the cheapest on the auction house with the normal auction house add-on GUI is just horrible. I mean, they have added over the time that you can actually change the stack size and stuff like this, but every single time you want to add something, and I mean, usually no one buys like 20 flasks at once. There are some people like me who do these kind of things, but usually the people, they are buying for the next raid day. So let's say, I don't know, they're raiding on Wednesdays, then they go to the auction house on Tuesday and they want to buy 4 flasks. So to be able to put them as a flask maker, so an alchemist, onto the auction house, let's say you want to sell like 20 flasks or something, you have to wait 20 times 7 seconds to actually put stuff into the auction house. And this guy has the balls to say, I have tested this myself and found no issues. Like, in what kind of cave are you living? I mean, have you literally tried it on the server so that you have no latency and stuff like this? I really have no idea how this guy can make this. But anyway, good thing. He is going to say that they're working on it. But before I continue the video, I want to complain about one thing that he's going to say there in a second now. He says that they are working on it. This could mean 1 million things. They have started working on it a year ago, and they have laid the foundation for an entirely new auction house system, which in my opinion is the right way to do. They could have started 2 months ago, even though I doubt it, because everyone was working on BFA in their programming department most likely. Or they could have started yesterday. No one knows. So the solution could be, as I said, it's like in development for a year. The solution could be released next week. If it was started like 2 months ago, then it may be like another 2 or 3 months. Or if they started yesterday, we could have half a year or maybe even an entire year before they're actually going to do something about an issue that, according to the forum post, is already present for 2 years. And it's not just Draenor. Obviously, Draenor is the most populated server on the European server, or on the European region. But the same issues are in America as well, as far as I know, on the server Illidan, and all the high-end populated servers have kind of the same issues, although it's not as bad as it is on Draenor / Illidan. And as I said, making the statement, we are working on it, or we have been working on it, doesn't answer the question. Give us, I mean, just say, yeah, we have, I don't want a release date. I just want to know, okay, have you been working on this for a longer time? Is it, you know, so that we can at least say, okay, they're not just working, I don't know, 20 minutes per day or something for the last 3 days on it, because it's such an irrelevant issue to them. But yeah, they don't answer that question. He is just going to say that they are working on it.
Or so, because it is an issue. Where are we standing on this right now?
So yeah, this is a definite issue, hot topic around the office, hot topic in the community. What we've seen actually, so over the years, our technology has improved to the point that we have far more people on individual WoW realms than we ever have in the past. Through advances like sharding that we rolled out in Legion, we literally have like multiple times more people on a server, but the auction house infrastructure has lagged behind. And so what we've, as we add more people into our world, we're hitting new bottlenecks that haven't been issues before. And
so I have to interrupt him, unfortunately, once again. I'm an information technologist. I have learned this job, and I've been working with servers, not as much as most likely people that have like 10 years experience and stuff like this, but I know a little bit, and I can, see some conclusion or draw some conclusions to how the server infrastructure looks, or how it should look right now. So, what he is describing is, I'm gonna make a circle over here. I know I could have used this one, but I don't know. So this is, let me actually type this, I guess, a little bit faster. So, Draenor. So this is Draenor. Can I actually move this? I have no idea. No, it doesn't matter. So the next one is going to be orange, and we're drawing again, and this is, I don't know. Kazakh, and we are going to create one more, which is this one here. How can I? Oh, there we go. Like this, and this is the cross-realm zone that he is talking about with the sharding and stuff. And then we have, I don't know, let's make it pink. And this is the auction house server. So, for the guys that are not familiar, but I guess everyone knows about those kind of things. So if you log into Draenor, you are at the beginning immediately being a player on this realm here. So this is you. If you log into Kazakh, by the way, I'm not going to switch all the colors. If you're going to switch to Kazakh, then you're going to be here. Let's assume that you are in your main cities, or that you're in Orgrimmar, whatever. So now you go into the open world, and the server creates the first cross-realm zone. Let's call it cross-realm zone number 1, like this. And now the player from Kazakhs, yeah, nice, Kazakhstan. The player from Kazakh is actually going into the same cross-realm zone. It doesn't really matter which one it is, and then the server says, okay, no, I don't need to create a new cross-realm zone. I'm actually taking this player from Kazakh and putting him onto this server here as well. So that's basically how cross-realm zones work. And yeah. The issue that he is describing here, so this is getting obviously more load the more people are joining this. So this server here, so this is basically one computer. This is one computer, even though it's servers, but I'm just going to make it simple for the guys that don't have as much knowledge. And this is one computer here. So he is handling basically the Draenor stuff, which is like Orgrimmar and what is it, Zandalar temple thing. What is it called? Dazar, Alor, and so on. So this one is handling this, but everything else that is out in the open is a different server. So I don't know, like Vol'dun and the cool Tiras areas and stuff like this. That's like all like a different server. As I said, it's a little bit different, but the basic concept still applies. So what he is describing, that this here now, because so many people are on the cross-realm zone, that this has any effect on the auction house server. And that's just not true. Except for they have put the auction house server on this server here physically as well, which makes no sense. If someone has done this at Blizzard and they haven't changed this by now, please get rid of this server guy and hire me. I can do this. I will learn within the next 2 or 3 months how your systems are, and I will make this better, because this would be garbage if someone would have done this. So what could be is that higher populated server like Draenor does have their own auction house add-ons, and that I just assume that Kazakh is a low population server right now. I don't know how the population is of this one, and let's say, I don't know if I spell this correctly, Egvin. So let's say Egvin is there as well. And both of them are low. I know that Egwin is a high populated, but as I said, it just wanted as an example. So let's assume that Egwin and Kazakh are low populated servers. Then that could be that the auction house server actually hosts both instances for Egwin as well as Kazakh, but definitely not for servers like Draenor that have a high population. So all the players on Draenor are actually only interacting with this one server, and as I said, this one here could be dead. This could go down, and I don't know, it could be burning, literally burning this server here. This could be burning. So the auction house add-on for Kazakh and Egwin right now, it wouldn't influence anything on the auction house side on the left-hand side. There is no, except for they are physically next to each other. So if this one is literally burning and the server is like, I don't know, 1 meter away, then obviously it's going to influence this one here as well. But you get the idea. So players from Egwin and Kazakh and all the other million servers don't influence the stuff here. There could be, I don't know, 2 million people in the same zone on one server. If this one crashes, it has no influence about this one here as well. So either Ian Heizekostas has no clue about how servers and clients work, which is quite a sad thing as a game director, because he, I guess, is talking to his programmers, to his server people, and so on. And if they can't make him like a paint picture like I just explained to you, and I guess even the guy, the least intelligent guy when it comes to IT stuff, would have understand this one here. So I don't know. He is talking about a topic like this one here that has nothing to do with the auction house in the first place. Let's go on.
That's why this is popping up now when it hadn't been an issue in the past. We have we're approaching this from 2 angles in parallel. First off, on the engineering side, we're looking at optimizations and performance improvements that we can do from a database searching perspective, just to help make that process smoother. On the other hand, part of what makes this awkward, both from a database cost perspective, but also just a usability perspective, is I'm sure people have seen the 271 single stacks of cloth or ore or whatever. And we have some tweaks in the works that we're going to roll out actually in the next few days, probably to PTR first, and then the live servers, to the way the deposit works when you list an item for sale on the auction house. So when you list an item for sale, you put up a deposit, effectively a listing fee. If the item sells, then that is refunded to you. You pay nothing. If the item doesn't sell, then you forfeited your deposit. Right now, that deposit is based on the vendor value of the goods in question, which for the case of trade skill goods is very, very low. So you can effectively list these things for free, and it costs basically the same or only marginally more to list 200 single stacks versus one 200 stack. We're making a change where the deposit will instead be proportional to the amount that you're listing the good for. This change will only apply to select stackable trade skill goods. This is going to apply to your cloth, your leather, your ore, your herbs, things like that. It's not going to apply to crafted items like flasks or armor or weapons or whatever.
Right.
But what that means is that effectively it will cost way more in deposit terms to list many, many, many single stacks than it will to list a handful of smaller stacks, or sorry, a handful of larger stacks. Exact details will be rolled out in a post. The goal here is this will help with performance, but it's also just to encourage people to be better auction house citizens and to make the right way to make your profit on the auction house while you provide goods to people who want them, to not be cluttering up the auction house with page after page after page of single stack.